So what makes this kitchen cost £35,000? Well, let's dissect it together, shall we? So this is a real kitchen design for one of my clients. I'm installing it early next year. Hopefully I'll get to be there for the install. I love being there for the installs, but I mean, it all is dependent on this guy. So I'll be showing you all of the renders that I've created while designing this kitchen. Once the kitchen is installed, I would love to show you guys around and do a little kitchen tour for you as well. So in this kitchen, I'll be breaking down how this £35,000 is split up to equate to a full kitchen install. So at Finchley Kitchens, we don't charge for our design consultations. So starting off at £0 for the design consultation. But the next 5 areas are going to be split up between the kitchen furniture, the appliances, the sink and tap, worktop and installation. How much do we need to spend on each of these 5 areas to add up to £35,000 to get a complete installed kitchen? So for this kitchen, we have used the Pronom brand, and the range within Pronom that we are using is their X-Line range. So it is a handleless range with a matte black handle rail, and the door is actually behind me, is actually this black melamine wood effect door. The color is called Nero Chalet. It's one of my favorites. If I come a bit closer. So here at Finchley Kitchens, we supply Pronom kitchens. Pronom is a German kitchen manufacturer. If you want to see a little bit more about Pronom, there is a vlog on my channel that I posted a few videos ago from my recent trip in September to Pronom during the house messer, so you can give that one a watch. But here are some examples of what you can do with the Pronom furniture. Pronom are a luxury kitchen brand, so you can really make the kitchen bespoke to you depending on your specific aesthetic and what kind of look you're going for. So a few special features in this kitchen. Well, my favorite part of this kitchen is actually the breakfast station. So breakfast stations are becoming more and more of a must-have when my clients come in and they talk about their list of wants for their kitchen, because a breakfast station is essentially a cupboard that has a worktop inside and plug sockets, so you can have your toaster, your kettle if you don't have a hot tap, an air fryer, a juicer, a mixer, whichever appliance that you use on a daily basis. These will then go in the breakfast station, so you have easy access to them. They're always plugged in, they're on a worktop, but once you've finished using them, you can just close the cupboard doors and you don't need to see them. So when, say, somebody comes around to your kitchen. So in this kitchen, we've gone all black with the cabinet doors, and then we've also used the worktop inside the breakfast station. Sometimes we put the worktop inside the breakfast station, sometimes we may just use a panel. It's really dependent on budget. Everything is on a soft close. Some units are also on a soft open as well. We have upgraded drawers, so they're like solid drawer boxes. They hold a lot of weight. In our showroom, we have all of our worktop samples in our drawers, and the drawers still glide open and close really seamlessly for years now. And all of the doors to our units are a very high quality, so you never have to worry about any kind of heat damage or steam damage from your dishwasher or your hot tap. Also have some bespoke size units, so we can actually order our kitchen units to the millimeter from the factory in Germany. So if you have, say, like a pillar or like an RSJ to work around, then what we would do is kind of alter the size of the unit to fit in your exact kitchen. For example, what we did in this kitchen, because we do have a pillar right at the end of the run, is we altered the size of the breakfast station, made it a little bit smaller. It's about 950 wide, just so as it fits inside the pillar. So unsurprisingly, the kitchen furniture accounts for almost 50% of the cost of the kitchen, because it is a large bulk of the kitchen. This kitchen furniture has totaled to £15,000. I'd also like to mention at the time of recording this video, it is November 2023, so prices can fluctuate depending on when you're watching this video, but in November 2023, the kitchen furniture for this medium to large size kitchen with a straight run, bespoke breakfast bar, 3-meter island, recessed lighting is £15,000. Okay, so now let's move on to the appliances. So we have a full suite of Siemens appliances in this kitchen. So Siemens do have a range, so they kind of go from IQ 300 to IQ 700 and IQ 700 Studio line. We have mostly IQ 500 appliances in this kitchen, are high end, and these are also their newer model of ovens. So there is no knobs, the handle on the oven almost looks invisible until you get close up to it, which is actually why this client specifically wanted these Siemens ovens, because it kind of it gave the illusion that the ovens were handleless. We wanted to reduce the number of finishes in the kitchen and make the kitchen look as minimal as possible. So these Siemens ovens were perfect for this black kitchen. Moving on from the ovens, we have a larder fridge, larder freezer, dishwasher, and wine cooler, which are also from Siemens. The only appliance which is not Siemens is the hob, and the reason for this is because this client wanted the best of the best when it came to venting hobs, and they wanted to go for the Bora X Pure. So Bora are a brand who like to really hone in on an appliance when they bring it to market. So for a long while, they actually only made venting hobs. They do have quite a few options, but this client wanted to go for a full induction, which is about 80 centimeters wide. The X Pure also has a flex option, which means you can turn half of the hob into one large cooking zone, say if you have a griddle pan or a really large pot. Another reason that Bora is just amazing is that they also have their own patented ducting. So if you are to buy a Bora hob and it's ducted out, then you have to also purchase the Bora ducting. It just means that the airflow is a lot more efficient and streamlined, and therefore a lot better for kind of getting those smells out of your house. Okay, so how much do all of these appliances add up to? And that is £8,800, just under £9,000 for all of these Siemens and Bora appliances. As the different models within these brands can vary, I've listed all of the product numbers so you know exactly which appliance we used in this kitchen, and if you wanted to have a look up of all the features, I don't have time to go through it all in this video. I can in another video if you really want me to. Just let me know in the comments. Okay, so moving on to the sink and tap. You may think this is a bit of a boring area. Well, maybe for some, maybe not for others, but we've actually gone with a really nice big 700 wide sink. It's undermount, which means that the worktop goes on top. So similar to the one behind me here, you can see the worktop goes on top. The sink is underneath, and having a nice big 700 is one bowl, so it means there's no partition. It means you can either do your washing and also have kind of like a drying area on the side, or you can just kind of fill the sink with loads of dishes, and you don't have to kind of, if you're not a cleaner as you cook kind of person, then this might be great for you. I also have a client who has a drainer on the side of their sink, and then once they've finished doing the dishes, they can actually pick up the drainer, put it inside the sink because the sink is so large. So we've gone with a 700 U and Dano stainless steel sink, and then for the tap, Of course, it's a cooker. A cooker tap is becoming a staple in most kitchen designs. I mean, among my clients, cooker in the UK anyway, are the leaders of boiling water taps. So this one is actually a boiling water tap, instant filtered drinking water, and dispenses chilled sparkling water, as well as we have the cube tank attached to this tap, as well as the tap having a hose, because we've gone with the Pro 3 Flex, which means that the water tank holds 3 liters of instant boiling water, and then the Flex means that the tap actually has a hose. Especially if you're going to have a 700 wide sink, I definitely suggest to have a tap with a hose. It just means you can get to all the corners of the sink. How much does a 700 wide Blanco undermount stainless steel sink and a cooker Pro 3 Flex with a cube set you back? This will cost you £2,700 in November 2023. Finally, we have 2 more areas to discuss, and that is the worktop and the installation. So the worktop that we have in this kitchen is actually the same one I'm sitting next to right now, and that is the Topaz Concrete by Caesar Stone in 20mm thickness. This one actually has a shark nose edge on it, which is kind of makes it look a lot thinner, but in the kitchen that we're talking about today, it's a straight edge, so you see the full 20mm thickness. So the island is using up almost the whole slab because the island is 3 meters wide. And then at the back where the sink is, we've actually got the worktop all across the sink, bin and dishwasher, but then it also goes all the way up behind the as a splashback, and then to the top of the units as well. So it just clads that whole wall in stone, which is just a really nice look. I think it adds to the minimalism of the kitchen. It also adds to the kind of wow factor, and it also makes cleaning a lot easier, because stone you can be a lot more kind of rigorous with than if you had a wall or a mirror or something like that. So I would definitely class this worktop as a high-end luxury product, just because the quality of this quartz, it is a quartz, so it's a man-made stone, but the quality of this Topaz concrete, which is a concrete effect quartz, is like no other. I've not seen anyone else do this concrete effect as well as Caesar Stone. It's actually got a lot of texture to it. When most people come into our showroom and they see this, they think it's concrete. When I tell them it's quartz, they're very surprised. You are paying a premium to have this worktop, but if the worktop is, say, maybe a key feature in your kitchen, then that is where we will allocate a little bit more of the budget towards. And this client just really loved this worktop and was not willing to kind of budge on the worktop when it came to maybe deciding on a few things to tweak to bring the price down. So yeah, this worktop, one of my favorites, to be honest. You're not going to see it in many people's homes because it's still quite new. And how much does it cost? Well, we needed 2 slabs of stone, and it's in a 20mm thickness, and including the installation, the templating, it costs £5,600. Finally, the installation. So we'll run through this one quickly. So when purchasing a luxury kitchen, we always recommend to use a kitchen fitter. So a kitchen fitter will usually be supplied by the same people that you've purchased your kitchen from. I know some kitchen fitters, they do just work on their own as well, but I would definitely have a look at previous work, and you want your kitchen to be fit by somebody who is familiar with the product, because it just means at the end you're going to have the best results. Sometimes when you're getting builders quotes, they may sneak in the charge of installing your kitchen, so definitely make sure you look out for that one, because you may think that that's standard, but again, it depends on where you're buying your kitchen from. If you're buying a more builder grade kitchen product, then maybe you'll be fine to give it to your builder, whereas if you're buying a more luxury kitchen product, definitely go with a kitchen fitter. So how much does a kitchen like this set you back in terms of installation? The installation on this kitchen was £3,300. So to summarize, here is the breakdown of how much a 35,000 kitchen costs, or I would say specifically how much this £35,000 kitchen costs, because everyone is different. When I design kitchens for my clients, I would ask, what is most important to you? Is it the functionality? Is it the storage? Is it the look? Is it safety? So in this kitchen, for example, we spent a little bit more on the appliances and the worktop, because that is where we wanted to concentrate the budget towards. So I hope you enjoyed breaking down this luxury kitchen cost with me. If you enjoyed watching, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.